Slop City Podcast!
Oh, that's beautiful. What'd you say, bitch?
3, 2, 1. We're live. Okay, we're live. Okay.
3, 2.
Cue unlicensed bird sounds and outdoor sounds. Be careful, you might drop it, Barbara.
Oh, Barbara.
Barbara, you might drop it.
I'm gonna get them cigarettes out
Let
of
me
me.
make sure it's recording. I'm just scared. Barbara, I'm scared.
What if we do that whole thing and it's not recording?
Oh, it's recording. I can tell. Because I know you're recording for police purposes. So I know. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning and welcome to Slop City.
Slop City Podcast outside. Look at this beautiful background we have here. I mean,
We're in Lexington, Kentucky.
and we're at a very adorable Airbnb in a historical neighborhood. So, it's nice. There's ivy. We've got behind us a mass grave. That's got to be some kind of grave
Where
back there.
Tina throws all her dead things.
Yep. In lieu of having a Mitsubishi truck, I will be putting all my dead things back there for the time being. I'll be traveling here, renting it out.
This is a bird watcher's paradise.
Yeah, Libby's over here. Like, we've been sitting out. Right now, it's like 11 a.m. for us. And so that means we're an hour ahead of St. Louis time, if any of y'all were wondering. But she's just been sitting out here looking at the birds and
Just looking around.
being very excited to have a bird feeder. Are you gonna get like a nice bird feeder, like a very fancy one?
No,
No, something simple.
because you don't need it. The birds don't know if it's fancy.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted them to like have a place to rest their head if they needed to drop by and are struggling.
Well, then
It could
I'll
be
get
kind
a
of like
bird
a-
feeder, bird bath for that.
Okay, so you're gonna get a bird bath because I think you could kind of be like a rehab center. It's like a halfway house or something like that.
For wayward birds.
Yeah, for birds that are struggling. You know, maybe they're on drugs.
Maybe they've eaten too much bread
Mm-hmm.
and they have angel wing. Is that what they call it when they can't? They eat too many carbs and they can't fly because they're too weighed down.
Whoa. Did not know that was a thing.
I think it's called angel wing.
Really? I love that because that's just what happens in life. You know, if I eat too many carbs, you think I'm going to be getting up and going and moving around? No way. I'm going to be sitting right here. This is truly where Libby and I thrive, is just sitting outside constantly. Libby's on another level because she smokes, but if I still smoked actual cigarettes, I'd be out here every single day with her. She's got a camping chair now, which I'm sure most of you have seen. But we thrive outside. This brings me more joy than anyone will ever know. I mean, this is close to like the joy that heroin used to bring me. It's coming up in a close second.
Yeah, I don't think this is. Oh damn!
Why would it be called Angel Wing? Wouldn't it need to be called Devil Wing? Because it's like he's dragging you down. If it's Angel Wing, it's like you're getting closer up to the heavens.
I don't know how it got named that, but it has different names. It's called angel wing,
Okay.
airplane wing, or slipped wing, crooked wing, and
Slipped wing. A bird being like, yeah.
I'm on disability because I got a slipped wing.
I wonder if elderly birds just do not stop talking about their ailments. Hey, Kevin, can you hop up there and grab me a little worm? I've got a slipped wing, and I just, I've done a lot for you over the years. You should just help me out.
Yeah, but you're going to give me some of your disability check. That's for damn sure.
Listen, man, I don't have any problem doing that. Here's the thing. I just can't get up there anymore. And you've got to remember, I mean, when Cassie put you out and you were stuck on the road, what did I do? I kissed you on the mouth.
You put me up.
I put you up. I kissed you on the mouth in a loving, fatherly way. You know, this is part of life. You need to understand you're going to get a slipped wing someday.
Well, I went back and forth in that with work with that damn doctor they made me go to.
The pain management there is awful. I told you that from the start, right? When you went to Dr. Bird Kenny, I said, hey, why would you go to him? We all know that guy's a frickin' crook. He's a crook. And what do they call those doctors down there in the real world? What do they call them?
Doctors.
No, not a doctor. No, when they're saying you're a bad doctor. Quack. Quack.
Quack.
That's another bird term. They love using those. They love using our terms for things. Quack. What else do they do?
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your slip disc.
It's a slipped wing, actually.
Slip wing, but
You've been spending a little too much time with that little girl down there on Earth.
I've been drinking fermented bird juice.
Yeah, I saw you mixing it up extra like they do in those toilets and those little cells down on Earth. You were making that Jamba Juice.
Down
on
on Earth. We're heavenly birds.
You were making Jamba Juice. He can only read Jamba Juice.
I can't look at you. I don't know why you're so close. That's why I keep looking over there.
Oh,
I'm just going to keep looking over there.
I don't care. I could literally improvise like that. We could do a bat and I would be fine.
I feel like she's going to lean over and go. If I keep kissing her.
I almost dropped that whole thing. Well, I tried to move over so you could maybe.
You almost ended the Slop City podcast.
I almost ended that wonderful improvising bit about the birds.
What kind of birds do you think they were?
Oh, definitely a larger bird, like a dove.
So not a sparrow.
No, not a sparrow. I'm thinking mourning dove or maybe even a duck.
What's a mourning dove look like? Can you show me?
A pigeon.
Oh, that's all it is?
Pretty much.
Why didn't you just say a pigeon?
Because the mourning dove is different. I don't know what. They're just, pigeon's like gray. A mourning dove looks like a pigeon, but it's brown.
She's a bird expert.
Bird expert here, guys.
She actually is. She can literally,
Don't know what that is. Have an app, though, that would tell me.
Embarrassing. Right when I'm talking you up, you're like, yeah, no idea.
That's just a little chirpy bird. There's just so many different bird sounds out here.
I hope this is pleasing because it's like I like to listen to these kind of sounds before I go to bed. I started doing that probably like a year or two ago. Started listening to things like that before I go to bed.
I like cricket sounds.
Cricket sounds are great too. Cricket sounds, birdies, water, thunder, rain.
I have one that sounds like a tropical island, so it's waves and various animals. Wow, they're cutting it up over there. So did you hear those bitches talking about Angel Wing?
They're talking shit on us. He's like, I've got a slip disc.
This is traumatizing to the bird community.
They all have a meeting about us. Yeah, these fucking fat cunts down here are just doing whatever the fuck they want. Talking mad shit on us. They can't even... It's a cardinal.
Oh.
I love seeing a cardinal fly by. And we love Cardinals because we're from St. Louis, Missouri.
We love Cardinals.
We love Cardinals. We love baseball, hot dogs, and beer. Cardinal is the state bird of Missouri. Actually, I do not know.
I think it's a blue jay or something.
Blue jay. Okay, well, it's the state bird of my state, which is the St. Louis Cardinals. That's a state I'm always in.
Missouri state bird.
Some would think that sound that just happened was a gunshot, but it was a man working on the sewer. Oh my God, last night.
Eastern bluebird.
Oh, he's cute.
Missouri state bird.
B-U-R-D. Last night when we got to the Airbnb, so we're in Lexington, and I don't think we're too far from downtown, but when we got here, there was outside, Chelsea and Beth were kind of rushing in, and they were like, oh, we just heard a bunch of gunshots. And I was like, I'm not trying to make fun of them because it's not something that should be normalized, but I am so used to hearing gunshots near my home outside in the middle of the night that it's just part of my life.
In fact, you listen to gunshots when you go to sleep at night. You turn on your app, make you. Yeah.
I feel like someone had a bit about that one time, which
Really?
is fucking hilarious. Yeah. Each night I get onto Spotify and I search gunshot wounds. Not just gunshots, gunshot wounds, because I want to hear the shot and then the aftermath. And there's the sirens, people screaming, and all of that. It's really, really just calming.
When you don't hear when you hear gunshots in my neighborhood, you don't hear a police siren.
No,
Because people are just like, we'll never find the people that are doing it.
well, and I feel like I have a gauge now where I can hear it, and I'm like, that was close, or that because I don't know anything about guns. I'm not because I feel like there's some people who hear a gunshot and they're like, that was about 0.7 miles away.
That was a Winchester 425. Is that a real
gun?
gun? I don't know. I just made it. I know Winchester is, but
I know Remington is a gun.
isn't that also a cologne?
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe.
Could be.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, but we're just so used to it that, I mean, in my neighborhood, dude, I hear gunshots constantly. It's just
And it always makes me think: are people killing each other? Or are they just shooting for no
probably
reason?
a little bit of
Just
both.
like bam, bam.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because that's how you shoot a gun. Andy
Bam, bam.
Slowey, our improv teacher, would have
You would have
lost
had our asses
if he saw us do this. Because it's this.
And also, if you're doing this, that's just the top of the gun.
Yeah,
That's
you're
not
just grazing the top of it. So, Improv 101. Look, I'm holding the phone. Hello? You don't hold the phone like this.
Yep, you do. I do. See what? I got something to tell Andy Slowy. What are you gonna say now, Andy Slowy?
Uh-huh.
Because I always do the phone like this. Hello.
Hello. A lot of people do. But it's like because I'll do that bit about my friend calling me, the pregnancy test bit.
Mhm.
And I think probably one of the first few times I did it, I did this. And I was like, I was so embarrassed and I couldn't change it halfway through. Because it's like, what am I going to do? Change from like this to... Oh man, I was pissed. So every time I do that bit, I'm like, hold the phone like this. That way, the audience knows that I'm holding a telephone.
Right. Right.
This episode is sponsored by herpes pills. You ever seen one of these in real life? If you haven't,
Wow.
So I have like all these different prescriptions in here from, I don't know, the last year. I just collect them up, and Libby needed them this morning because she's got a herpes showing up. She texted me and was like, do you have your herpes meds? While I was upstairs in our quaint colonial home. And I was like, yeah, I got them. She goes, I can feel one brewing. But
Which makes me angry.
these are large. They're large horse pills almost. But Libby was looking at them, and one prescription I got, all of them were blue. Same medicine. She goes, what's in the blue one? Is it the emergency pill?
That's
Yeah.
the one you got it really brewing.
Oh, these are some big fuckers. Here, give me a cigarette for scale.
And I've been really cautious about not using anything after these girls because her and Chelsea get cold sores nonstop.
Yeah. I've only had, I think, 1 or 2 on the trip. So that's pretty good average for me.
Chelsea's so stressed and busy that her immunity is
This
down.
pill is about the size of a cigarette filter for scale. Please excuse my toes.
I got toes now too.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Look at
You know
this.
what that is?
Nope. Oh, it's the math
Order
thing.
of operations.
Order of operations.
Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I got one more for you. A squared plus b. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's
Whoa.
the Pythagorean theorem.
That's
You ever seen a triangle?
A squared plus B squared equals C. Well, duh, it equals it. You're adding it.
every single you didn't see, but I was cross-eyed
I
by
just
that
saw
during the whole time. Oh,
Because
Lord.
everybody knows anybody that's a math expert has a crossed eye.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
for sure. Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind didn't have a crossed eye, but he had a crossed wire in his mind because he was schizophrenic. So
Was he?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
Big schizo.
I don't even remember that movie. I just remember Was there writing on a wall or something? He was like,
Yeah, something like that. I think that guy's still alive.
Russell Crowe?
John Nash or Steve Nash was his name.
I don't give a shit about math. I don't give a damn. I got a calculator.
Do you think I want to know something about math? I don't want to know shit. You know what? I want to know how much money you're paying me back. You know what I'm saying? God, I love money. That's one of my favorite bits to do is to say, God, I love whatever after. Well, like say something creepy, be like, I love being an uncle.
God, I love being an uncle.
Dude, Chelsea's nieces, yesterday was Father's Day, and the day before we'd kind of been talking about their dad, like briefly, and they're not super close with him or whatever, and they were like, I was like, well, listen, at least you guys got us. And Lola looks at me and goes, yeah, happy Father's Day, Uncle Tuna. On Saturday at the festival. And then Sunday when they woke up, they were like talking to me and we're packing up our stuff. Lola walks up to me and goes, hey, Tuna, happy Father's Day. And then Liv stops what she was doing, packing her bag, and goes, happy Father's Day, Uncle Tuna. I was like, hell yeah.
With the lip up.
She loves that face, dude. Cool kids.
She's me when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk too much about them, but
No, because they're children.
she's
but
me.
They're cool kids. They're cool kids, and it's like I'm not the biggest fan of kids, but I like when I can chat with kids, kind of like they're adults. That's
Right.
that's where I thrive.
Whoa. And kids like you, you know?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know many kids. If you asked me to list off 10 kids I know right now, couldn't do it, which is good for an adult with no children. You know,
Yeah, you
who's
shouldn't,
not
you shouldn't
working.
know too many kids.
No.
If you're an adult with no kids, you shouldn't know kids.
No, and I don't work in
Childcare
Childcare.
industry.
Yeah, so if I knew more than 10 kids, I think that would actually be a bit alarming.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you know so many kids?
Let me just see how many kids I know right now. Lola, Liv, Ian, Sylvia, Brooklyn.
That's your granddaughter.
Yeah,
Your
Brooklyn,
granddaughter.
Remy, and Aubrey. 5, 6, 7.
That's a good number of kids
Yeah,
to know.
see, 7 kids. That is how many children I know. 7 kids. Oh wait, Ian, Andy Slowy's kid, and Ella, Andy Slowy's kid, and William. I'm right at 10. I am at 10 children that I
Don't
know.
count anymore. You're getting into dangerous territory.
Oh, I'm gonna get reported immediately. How could you report a guy like this? I mean, look at me. I'm just living my best life outside, sitting here like a dad at the mall with my arms crossed.
I'm calling the police immediately.
Oh, God. I just looked at my fingers and wanted to literally get them amputated.
I can't stand this fingernail. This fingernail's so jacked, I cannot get it off.
Ooh.
I just keep biting and biting.
I gotta go get the no-bite nail stuff. I lost it somewhere on the road, and now this is what I'm left with, are these toes. I wish I could stop. Like, people don't understand why I can't stop biting my nails.
No, I get it.
It's compulsive. It is an accident.
People should be more graceful towards you.
They should. You know what? I'm sick of people looking at my fingers going, ew.
Why don't you just wear gloves all the time?
Yeah, that's like if I wore a choker all the time, people would be like, I get it. She takes it off, her head's going to fall off. If
Wear
I wore
finger
gloves all the
pads.
time, wear those little finger condoms
Yeah, all
on
the
every
time.
single one. It's just an artsy-fartsy thing I like to do.
It won't draw attention to you at all.
No, not at all. So we did I did a Q&A yesterday on Instagram, so I saved a bunch of questions. A lot of good ones in there, guys, I'll tell you. But
Can we do Popcorn Corner first?
oh yeah, let's do Popcorn Corner.
Because we watched a movie together last night, and
Really proud of Libby. She almost made it through it without falling asleep.
I made it probably halfway through
Yeah, you might have been a little more.
and had my coat on, like, and I was going
Oh, straight nodding off, sitting in a chair.
and sitting in like a kitchen chair. It's a fancy kitchen chair.
It was like a comfy kitchen chair, but yeah, I mean, I looked over at her at some point while she would be laughing at something and be like, and make eye contact with me to be like, hey, I know you thought that was funny, and I thought that was funny too. Literally covered in her little chinchilla jacket and being like, that's exactly what you look like. You were on my right, or you were on my right side, and I could not. It was like,
I had my arms underneath. I was just really comfortable.
dude, you literally. I mean, that's the face you're.
Because the stuff I was laughing at, you were laughing at too.
Yeah, that's just our sense of humor, though. But yeah, she did get tired. Well, and you know that someone's already fallen asleep at least 10 times when they make the announcement to everybody.
Well, I didn't want to be rude. That was
when you're watching a movie with someone and they're like, "Ooh, I'm getting pretty tired. I think I'm gonna hit the hay." You know they've already been nodding off
for 15 minutes.
No, because you try to fight it, and you make that. That's it. You make the announcement when you don't want to be rude.
And it was a great movie. I just wasn't invested in it. I knew that they were going to fall in love at the end.
We watched The Lost City, for those of you that weren't here, which is all of you. The Lost City, starring Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum. Who else was in it? Patty Harrison, whom I love.
Brad Pitt for a few minutes.
Which is kind of like him in Burn After Reading. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
Holy shit. Gotta watch it at some point in your life. It's fucking funny. But Brad Pitt was in there for a while and dies.
And we were all like, when he showed up, we were all like,
whoa. Oh, we were all throbbing. And it's like, I'm not a person who sees a guy and is like,
Oh, God,
right.
they're so hot.
but we all were like,
He had long hair and looked kind of like a Viking, and like he could like just pick you up and toss you. I mean, I was like, wow, he looks good. Had fake tats and stuff.
might have been real. We don't know.
Yeah, he looks so hot. Ooh. Hold on, I'm just gonna check something on my phone. I didn't have that much battery, and I'm just a bit nervous.
Oh, Barbara. If it's totally black, I'm going to scream and throw this table up in the air.
I don't have a nosy, Uncle Tina.
Gary.
I mean, what do you expect me? I have zero nose.
Gary.
They bred me so much that I have no nose. I have no breathing.
He has no breathing. Hey, everybody. This episode of Slop City Podcast is sponsored by Gary. Just kidding.
Oh,
It's sponsored by Manscaped.
Let me down!
He's like, get away from me, bitch.
Gary uses Manscaped on his private parts.
Yeah, he does. He uses Manscaped on his private parts. He also does a thing called licking his hams. Look at him. He's like, get me down, bitch. All right, we'll let you down. But one look at the camera.
I'm gonna run away.
Oh,
My tag was facing the wrong way.
I don't think it was. I think it was okay. We're going to let him go potty. Gary does a thing called licking his hams to try to groom himself. And then his mommy takes him to the groomer. And I'm assuming they use a lawnmower 4.0 on him. Okay? That's just, he's so small. And that thing will get all up in your spots. It's gotta be what they use on him. And if they don't, I'd like to talk to their manager.
Do you think they use the weed whacker?
Oh, dude. Yeah, to get up in... They can't get up in that little nose. His little nose is too tiny. His little nose is too tiny to get the weed whacker in there. The weed whacker is the size of Gary's asshole because his asshole is so small. So tiny. And he's just back there peeing, living La Vida Loca. But yeah, this episode of Slop City Podcast is sponsored by Manscaped, brothers. All right? They're our big sponsor, okay?
And if you go to manscaped.com, guess what?
20% off plus free shipping. Worldwide.
Yeah.
Like Pitbull. Worldwide.
Mr. Pitbull.
We can't ever say it enough. Like Mr. Worldwide. You use our code on manscaped.com. You get 20% off and free shipping with our code RANCH. RANCH! 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 Yeah, and this is the new thing they have going on, is a performance package. And listen, we're not going to stop pushing this until every Slop citizen has one, okay? Because here's the thing. You don't always have to look good, you know? You don't constantly have to be like, oh, man, I want to shave my balls. I want to shave my area. No, you do it at your own leisure, okay? That's the beauty of this country that we're in, which is called America. You do things at your own leisure. You do them whenever you want, okay? So if you have a day where you're like, boy, I wish I had everything I needed to properly manscape myself, or just scape yourself if you're non-binary. Just scape yourself. You want to scape yourself, my man? Great. Get yourself the performance package, because it's got fucking every single motherfucking thing you need.
I wish I had the nose and hair trimmer, because, man, my nose hairs are starting to come out of my nose.
You got it back in St. Louis. Oh, you mean you had it with you?
Yeah. When we get back to St. Louis, I'm going to be like, yo, Tina, hook me up with that stuff, because nose hairs coming out.
Oh, yeah. This gal's constantly just trying to use scissors. You don't want to be using scissors to get your nose hairs out. Okay? That is, those days are gone.
You'll
You don't have
cut
to
your
do
nose
that
off.
anymore. Yeah, are you, oh, I got your nose.
Got your nose.
That's what a scissor will do.
The scissor
To
will
your
be like,
nose.
got your nose.
Yeah, and it'll do the joke to you. You use it with a scissor, it'll go, and it'll do this. And that's your nose.
But it'll actually be your nose and not your dad's finger.
Yeah, legitimately will be your nose, okay? So, get yourself the Manscaped Performance Package, all right? Performance Package 4.0, can't stress it enough. Get it. You're going to have all the shit you need. You got a vacation this summer? Great. Fucking trim up for that. You got a vacation you don't want to trim up for? Great. Don't trim up for it. But at least you have it just in case. So go to manscaped.com, use our code RANCH, and you're going to get 20% off plus free shipping. Ranch!
Ranch.
All right, we're back.
Wow. Good thing she checked it.
Yeah, good thing we checked it, because I got over to the phone and it was like when you're trying to take a picture and it's like low battery mode and the alert comes up. Yeah, that could have been really bad. And I would have lost my mind. Because
What?
everything we just did was gold, and if we lost it, I would have been very upset.
Why does it say low battery? You know
Just-
your battery's low.
Just keep it going, man. Like
It interrupts stuff.
well, it's their way of trying to like be good people and be like, we tried to warn you.
Yeah, we don't need your warning. We can see the big red thing on there.
I'm sick of this. Okay, but we were watching Lost City, and it was good. Cute little rom-com.
Cute little rom-com. Sandra Bullock's.
Sandra Bullock's.
Sandra, what's her name? Bernhardt
Sandra Bullock's.
was incredible.
Chameleon Tatum.
Chameleon Tatum is a great dancer.
Mhm.
I'll say that. He can dance his ass off.
Oh, and we've showed him on here before and been demonetized for it, so we're
Right.
actually not going to do that this time. We're going to just kind of keep it rolling. I'm just going to check again. I'm paranoid.
All right. It's unfair that you get to vape and I don't get to smoke.
Why can't you smoke?
Can
Will
you,
they demonetize it?
I don't know.
I think people smoke weed and stuff on videos and
Whoa.
shit like that. Like, I mean, Elon Musk smoked weed on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Well, they can do anything because they're white men.
for sure, but like, we're white women. Why can't we do whatever we want? Just kidding.
I mean, I just feel like taking that whole bottle of pills right now and making sure this thing doesn't get any larger.
Well, just take them later today.
it's hurting. It's
Let me
burning.
see. Oh, fuck, dude.
That's not what you want to hear.
Especially from someone who gets cold sores.
You want to hear, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
And on top
Stop
of it,
touching it.
my mustache is getting real long.
Oh, God. You don't hardly have a mustache.
Stop looking at it. I don't hardly have one because I have to daily frickin' get it off.
But you just have peach
And I go,
fuzz.
They're black wiry hairs.
No way.
The camera lenses look like a little face going, don't they?
Yes. It's honestly a bit embarrassing.
Can't unsee it.
Yeah. No.
He's like, whoa.
Yeah, he's looking at us like, "Duh." That was his face when he saw your cold sore.
When he saw my mustache, he goes,
Yeah.
boom.
Oh, no, dude, load up on these. Like, later in the day, you're going to take them again and then take them again. For sure.
Wow.
Because we're going to stop that guy right where he's at.
Right,
'Cause
his tricks.
That's what this is about, stopping him in his tracks, you know? You can set up a trap all you want, but You gotta once
Oh.
they take a.
Unlicensed church bell.
What if they demonetized
Right.
us for that? That would be the funniest thing in the world.
And I'll take that straight up with God. I'll be like, that's God's home.
Yeah, you can't take a bell. You can't just take it.
You can't take the Lord's bell
Mm-mm.
and put a copyright on it.
That's the people's bell. All right? And not just any people, every people. You know, think of that guy, that cool guy, that white Christian man that went to that indigenous island, and he was there just doing the Lord's work, spreading the Lord's work, and he got assassinated as he
Immediately.
should have been. But
He pulled up in that boat, baby, and that was it for him.
he pulled up in that boat, played that unlicensed church bell, and they were done for with him. They
He's
were
like-
like, he's out.
Let me tell you about my Savior Jesus. And
Yeah, he held up a book and went like this. Did not like that book at all. Good, you know. That's what you get, brother. Don't go nosing around in other people's business, okay? That's all we gotta say.
what do I got to say about that?
Movies, just I would like to hear this in the comments if people want to see these movies and what they think about them. No spoilers, please. But I'm very excited to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. Heard it's incredible. Can't wait to experience it. And I think I'm going to watch it tonight with Beth and maybe my friend Libby if she can stay awake.
I'll try to take a nap today and see if I can stay awake.
Well, I woke up at fucking 8:30, which is crazy for me. I'm not like that much of an early bird.
I'll usually get up real early and then go back to sleep.
I'll wake up usually every day about like 6:30, between 6 to 8, look at my phone for a minute, vape a few times. Yeah, think about how I should get up and brush my teeth, and then I don't. And then I fall back asleep until about 10 or 11.
I keep forgetting to do this, but I want to make a not a collage, but a
Scrapbook.
video montage of Tina vaping indoors, different places that she's not supposed to. And she'll go and then put it behind her as if no one's going to see the giant thing of smoke coming out of her.
Yeah, sometimes I open my purse and blow it in there.
She'd just be like, and then it's the hiding for me. It's like a smoke machine is there in front of her.
I can't remember where I was, but I vaped inside, and someone just looked at me and goes,
I gotta take this. Yellow. It's my trash caller.
I gotta take this.
We intend to run the route tomorrow, June the 21st, to Clayton Recycling. Please understand.
So my trash is not picking up today, which is fine because I'm not there.
I gotta take this. It's my trash man. Yeah, I gotta take this. It's my trash man. So
Well, it was St. Louis, so I'm always afraid, I'm going to get
Something
a call
happened.
that your house has burned down or
sure.
your pets are outdoors. They shouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh, I get scared about that all the time. If people are watching the dogs and I get a text from them every time, I'm like,
They're dead.
yeah, I get scared. One time somebody made a typo and wrote Simba got in a fight. And I was like at the beach and I was freaking the fuck out. I can't remember what it was, but like they were like, oh my God, I did not mean to type that. Oh, everything's fine. I was saying like he got into the trap or whatever, something stupid. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. I thought my dog was about to get euthanized.
Oh, yeah.
It's scary.
I told Miss Lute, who watches my cats, if anything happens to them, don't tell me.
No.
Because there's nothing I can do right now.
100%. If my dogs died today, one of them or both, don't tell me. Wait until I'm home.
Just get them ashed up.
Sure. Get that nice little paw print from them. You know what I mean?
Get the paw print.
If they won't do it at the vet, if you could go by a Walmart and pick up one of those like baby's first step thing and take my dead dog's paw and put it into there, that would be much appreciated. And really all I ask.
And if that doesn't work and you can't find a stamp pad, you could take a magic marker and just cover their paw like that, and then take their paw and go like this on a piece of paper.
Yeah, and make sure that they're dead.
Right.
For sure.
Check
before
their
you do it.
pulse.
Yeah.
Right there.
Check their pulse. Get out a blood pressure monitor and wrap it around them if you could. But yeah, don't tell me. Because, yeah, it's like, what if it
What
was
are you
like a
gonna do?
month in the tour and the dog died? I'm like, I mean, I would be heartbroken, but it's like, what am I going to do? Go visit him in the hospital while he's on life support laying in a bed like this? Simba, can you imagine Simba laying in a bed like this?
With the tube coming out.
Simba would just be laying there like this.
It's going beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep.
I mean,
He'd have a little oxygen monitor on his little claw there.
they'd have a CPAP machine on him.
Oh, my CPAP is. I'm still not feeling rested when I wake up. I'm waiting for that day where I just sit up and go, I'm rested.
So how has it been for you, like putting it on and feeling it and stuff? Is it weird?
It's weird, but I've been able to just fall asleep because it starts off real low pressure in my nose, and then
Does it
ramps up.
adjust?
It adjusts as I fall asleep.
I didn't know that.
I don't know how it knows. It starts off real slow, and I can barely feel it. And sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, "Whoa!" because it's going.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's shooting it.
There were times when Rafe would fall asleep and it would like shift and it'd just be like I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'll just go over there and turn it off.
And he's
Yeah, and then he doesn't make it through the night.
beep.
Next thing I know, Rafe's hooked up to a machine.
Yeah, his wife turned off his life support.
Oh yeah, you know what his wife did? Turned off his CPAP machine. That's a death sentence in some countries.
Yeah, the CPAP is it's good so far. I do notice that my face is not as swollen when I wake up, which is good.
Yeah, your face doesn't look nearly as swollen as it has the
Because
last.
usually I'll wake up and I'll be like,
Haven't been breathing all night. Face is swollen.
Oh, dude, last night I was like laying down to watch TV and I was just sitting like this and I was like, okay, this is a problem. I mean, I was literally having a hard time breathing. I was like, it's like, no wonder I fucking snore now because this is going on.
I mean, everything just collapses.
Thought I was going to sneeze.
oh,
Whoa. Whoa. That was a lot.
good thing we're out.
We're in the same
outdoors.
clothes as yesterday. What about you?
Yeah, got my James Fraser shirt on. I don't know who gave this to me, but I'm so thankful. I waited almost a year to wear it. But it was worth the wait. Because look,
What do you mean you waited a year?
I haven't worn it ever. This is the first time I've worn it.
Oh, you just had it around?
I had it around, and when I went home, I did a sort of
Swapping.
switch of shirts because I've worn the same shirts, and I have a new batch.
Hmm.
And this was one of them,
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
and I'm thankful.
Sure. I'm wearing this Devil Driver shirt, and I have a confession to make. I have no idea who Devil Driver is until Dusty, Chelsea, Beth, and Maggie's cousin said, hey, cool fucking shirt, man.
It's a white power band. I'm kidding. Your face. What if it was and you've been wearing it?
This is why you should look
Your face.
before you wear
Your
something.
face. You went-
Could you see the fear in my eyes?
and then to think, how many pictures have I taken in this shirt? Oh my God.
Oh God! Well, all these people were commenting on that video yesterday when I put Neosport on my ripped asshole. They were like, "Dude, love the shirt. Oh, I love Devil Driver," and I'm like a poser because
Who are
I've never
they?
listened to them. It's a metal band. We'll have to listen to them today.
Well, I don't listen to metal bands. Kidding. Devil
Devil Driver. Oh, sorry, the R was covered by my east-west titties, so they're really setting this way.
Wow, these are some really hot guys.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'd fuck all of them. That guy in particular in the back, he looks spooky. So it's a cool metal band. And people have been just like very excited I'm wearing. Someone was like, happy to see you wearing a Devil Driver shirt. I mean, and I'm like,
Where'd you get it?
Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, that's right.
They must have performed there a couple nights before us or something, because he was like, hey, we got these cool tank tops. I go, you got anything bigger? And he was like, because he's like, I got them for all of you guys. And I was like, okay, those
Wait,
are XLs.
he got them for us?
Yes.
Where's mine?
I asked him if they had bigger sizes. He goes, no, that's the biggest we got. And I go, I'm going to be honest with you, sir. If this is barely going to fit me. So that is not going to fit
What
those
size
girls.
is it?
It's an XL.
Man,
And when I
could
say-
squeeze into an XL
When I
now.
say I had to stretch it, I was like, whoa. Like, I mean,
Well, I could have taken mine, cut it out, and put it on the back of a jean jacket with safety pins.
oh God, that's cool. Like, I know that you might be making fun of it right now,
I'm
but
not.
that's cool.
I've noticed that there's lots of t-shirts. I'll just happen to come upon something and there's a stash.
Yep.
And I'm like, why didn't I get one of these? I'm owed that.
Wish you could see my face right now. The whole time I was like,
There's just a lot of stuff for them to take care of. So I can't expect to get, everything. They
no.
had a lot going on.
You know what Jerry did the other night, though? So, you know the shirts that gal made us? The Hey Honeys,
Mhm.
Beth here, Hey Honeys, Tina here, all of those or whatever. I had like a bag of all this stuff or whatever. And Jerry ended up like handing like some shirt or whatever to a fan that had my name on it. Because they were
Aw.
like, we really want to meet Tina. And I think I was like in the porta potty taking a shit or something, doing whatever. And Jerry gave the girl the shirt and she was like crying. So excited.
Jerry is notorious for giving stuff away.
Yeah, he kind of just does. He just does whatever.
He gave away a backstage pass I gave him. Don't do that, Jerry. He gave
Yeah,
away.
Jerry, we're talking to you.
He gave away some other stuff where I'm like, dude, you can't give that stuff away, brother. You're trying to be nice. Meanwhile, this is a breach in security.
I gave him the title to my car to hold on to, and he just gave it away. Sold my car.
Breach in
Didn't
security.
even tell me. Security breach. I mean,
is my backstage pass fake and doesn't really get you backstage pass? Yeah, but people don't know that.
no, it's funny.
The venue doesn't know that.
No, the venue sees that backstage pass and sees the word backstage and immediately is like, hey, right this way.
Access. Allows access.
So that could potentially, that could be a really big breach in security.
And if people show up backstage and we don't know who they are and they're wearing that, that's going to reflect badly on me because I only give those to people that I trust and love.
Yep.
I can't get over the camera going,
It's looking at your cold sore.
stop.
Oh, all right. Let's do some of those questions.
Coming right up here.
Yeah, thanks for all the questions. Those were cool.
You want to read one? I'll read it. I'll
You
read one
read.
first.
Yeah. I circled some. Can you read them?
I can't. I'm just trying to pick one. Should I just start with the one you circled?
You do whatever you want.
What were your first impressions of each other? That was a long time ago. I can't even remember.
I remember, and we've talked about this before, because a lot of people have had questions since we've been on tour, like, how did Tina get into the picture? How do you guys all know each other? And Libby and I came up together doing stand-up. And if you've heard the story before, I'm very sorry. It's just our origin fucking story, and that's a big deal.
Fast forward.
Yeah, just fast forward this part. But I remember meeting you at Fitz's, and Max Bueller, my ex's brother,
Uh-huh. I
worked
him.
with Libby, and he was like, I think he was there, right? Didn't he introduce us the first time at Fitz's?
I don't know.
Or did we just know about each other from him, and then
That's what it was.
I think Libby came up to me and was like, hi, I'm Libby. And I was like, hey, I'm Tina.
You're like, cool.
No, I did not do
Cool.
that.
I was like, I think I'm following on Twitter. Like, cool.
That is what you said. Something about following me somewhere.
Because Max had told me to follow you on something. Because he's like, I know this girl. She's a comedian. Blah, blah. I was like, dope. Another comedian that's a female.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I know I've said this every time. It's like, he said your name was Tina. So I'm imagining a 50-year-old woman. Because you don't meet a lot of Tinas.
You really don't. Any Tina I've met, and I promise this is the truth. Any Tina I've ever met is fucking crazy. They're always either elderly women that look like they are still following Motley Crue, and like obsessed with Guns N' Roses, or they're just like some weird empath hippie person that's like, just like, I'm so connected to you because your name's Tina. And I'm like, oh, God, of course you are. But yeah, for sure. Any Tina I've ever met has been alarming. So you were a bit surprised to know that I
You were
was.
very young.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably 22 at that point, maybe 21,
Very young.
22 or 23.
Well, as far as first impressions, I just thought probably this gal's wild. This gal's funny.
Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like it was just like we'd met and then it was like, oh, okay, now we're just like friends. Because we were taking classes, improv classes at the same time. But I mean, again, the first bit I really remember doing with you was that we dropped our cunt on the floor. And it was good. People were alarmed that we were saying the word cunt.
Just like him. He's alarmed.
Yeah. So people were very alarmed about that. And in a good way. It was kind of like, whoa, these girls are edgy. They're just
edgy,
saying
yes.
whatever they want.
Look
I
at
think
them.
Libby, that was at the Halloween party. You were dressed like the lunch lady.
And you were dressed as the fella from
Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, I was Leahy. Walking around in a khaki shirt and like 3 pairs of boxer or whitey tighties. Carrying around the largest bottle of whiskey ever.
I can't remember specifically first impression.
No, I mean, I feel like we became friends and kind of glommed onto each other pretty quick. So.
He's pretending he's doing something. He's just doing busy work. You think we answered that enough?
Yeah, 100%.
Sound off in the comments if we answered that
Sound
enough.
off in the comments if you have more questions or more comments about that comment.
Do you handsome women ever have a guy dress up in sexy wear for him?
Don't know.
Do you
What?
handsome women ever have a guy dress up in sexy wear for him? Sexy wear for him. I can't figure out if they're asking if he dresses sexy or if we dress sexy.
I'm going to be honest. I have absolutely no idea. And when I was going through the questions, I looked at that one and I did this. I go, what?
Huh?
So just one more time. Do you handsome women ever have a guy dress up in sexy wear for him? Now, if you're asking if I dress up in sexy wear for guys, I mean, sometimes, yeah, but it's like, I mean, I used to have like some lingerie and stuff, but it's like, dude, I don't fit into any of it anymore. Not even close. I think I tried to like put on one thing and it just was busting out. So
My sexy wear is usually a thong and my socks. That's my sexy wear. And I'm talking about my thigh-high socks.
yeah, sure, the thunder thigh socks.
Just making up jobs to do.
Okay, next question.
How do you wipe your ass? Step by step.
Okay. Well, I'll do mine first.
Okay.
So I'll stand up. Pretend I'm on the toilet. Maybe I'll face this way. I just made direct eye contact. So usually I'll be on the toilet. I literally go. So I'll be on the toilet. Made direct eye contact with him and I just did this. I go. He goes. So I'll be on the toilet. I'm shitting. I'm done. I roll toilet paper and I get a lot, you know. It's one of my, I love to conserve, reduce, reuse, recycle, but when it comes to toilet paper, I have no self-control. So I'm rolling, do a couple of those. Whoa. And I take that and I just go like this and wipe. And then I generally look at it. But
Right,
sometimes
yeah,
if
look.
it's like super clean and nice, I'm like, I just dunk it right in. So that's how I wipe my ass, always from behind. And that's how I wipe my pussy area too.
For me, there's when I was heavier, I would stand up and wipe. And I still do a lot, depending on how far I can get my back to go. But I'm not a person that goes like this. I'm a scruncher. I just grab a scrunch of paper
Sure.
and just get it in there.
Uh-huh. I've stood up sometimes when things get crazy. Like if I wipe once and I'm like, whoa, and drop it in, then I'll just stand up almost like in horror and grab more toilet paper and like look around and keep going. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh
Why
my
is there
God.
so much? Sometimes I'm alarmed at how I think I'm done wiping and then I'll give it another swipe and it's still more.
The worst is when you're wiping and you slip and get shit all
All up
over
in your
upper
crack.
crack and back area. That is truly the worst. Because then you're not only cleaning your asshole, you're cleaning your back also.
Right.
Um,
And I like to use a wet wipe.
yeah.
I'll do it with paper first and then get the wet wipe.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you don't want to throw a wet wipe in the trash can that has doo-doo all over it.
No.
You
No.
want to be almost done by the time you put a wet wipe in there.
Ooh, I have gotten so into moist towelettes, wet wipes, whatever you want to call it.
Woo-wee!
Hoo-wee.
Yeah.
Sound off in the comments if you know what hoo-wee in regards to moist towelettes means.
Love a good stand up and wipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'll do.
Pretty simple, straightforward.
Pretty simple, straightforward, just wiping butts.
You know, just think about how you wipe your butt and just, I mean, the main goal, the mission statement of wiping your ass is to get all of the shit out of your ass. And that's pretty much it.
Our boss has texted me, so I'm going to answer her real quick.
I rolled my eyes.
Dude, if she sees this, don't tell her I was rolling her eyes at her.
She said, "What's up?" I said, "We're doing a podcast outside." WBU, which indicates.
Ask her if she wants to
Okay.
join. She can put a chair up right behind us. Get in here for a minute. There's some questions we have for her too. If she wants to, I'm just going to go ahead and set one up for her. And if not, everyone's just going to remember that I set up a chair for our boss
And she didn't come.
and she didn't come.
She said, "I'm just chilling. Let me know when y'all want to go lay out." But she said that before I asked.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let her. I put the ball in her court. So,
I think that's good. Let her know, hey, we set up a chair for you. There are some questions, though, that we could definitely all answer. All right, let's go to the next one. Whenever you want. Take your pick, brother.
What will happen to Slop when Libby moves?
It's ending. No, I'm joking.
Nashville's very close, so my intention is for us to plan ahead and be like, okay, we can get together on this day, and I'll drive up and we can maybe knock out 1 to 2 podcasts, and then I'll drive back home or stay the night and do another one the next day.
For sure. And I mean, yeah, Nashville is literally, I mean, it's 4 hours away. That ain't shit. When my parents lived in Kansas City, I would go visit them all the time. 4 hours from St. Louis. And now that we have at least somewhat of an understanding of how to do this on our phones and not make it like total dog shit.
I don't want to do it like this forever, though.
Of course not. But
I
I'm
like
saying if we ever
professional.
had to,
Right,
we could also do that. If I'm, you know, because I'm like, I'll come visit all the fucking time, dude.
right.
Because,
And maybe, Randy will come visit, or,
Yeah.
we're going to do it.
oh yeah.
Slop City is not ending.
No.
Okay?
Everyone, I feel like a lot of people are worried about that because there was quite a few questions about that. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing Slop City we've literally been doing it for almost 4 years. I think this November is 4 years.
We got to have a 4-year anniversary party.
I don't even know what people do for 4-year anniversary parties. We'll find something cool. I like even numbers, so I'll find something cool.
Well, they probably should get pedicures because look at our toes.
Dude,
Your toes look good.
No, they don't. Oh, they look horrific.
Look better than mine. Some of mine don't even have polish on them anymore.
Yeah, I bought some polish yesterday at Walgreens because I was like, this is getting disgusting.
When you said at Walgreens, the muscle memory of you saying at Walgreens
My bit.
and me in the back going, because I'll be back when she's on stage. I'm in the back going, oh fuck. I'm fine. Whenever she gets to the bit about, doggy style, I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
that's
my-
it.
It's gonna be
That's
my
the
turn.
end.
It's gonna be my turn, and then I have to go up and do it.
Yep.
So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, Slop's not ending. Don't worry. There might, we're both getting so much busier and, which is good. Very good. But, there might be some little bumps in the road, but we're not ending Slop.
That one's for you.
Which one?
The top one.
Oh, are you and Rafe going to move to Nashville too? We're talking about it and we're trying to figure it out. It's very difficult for us right now to leave the situation that we have because our rent is so fucking cheap. While it's not the best place or anything near like our ideal home, It's just too hard to fucking pass up, like, staying and saving money when I can drive to Nashville all the time and come see everybody, you know? Fuck, I can, like, bring the dogs and come stay there or whatever. It's 4 hours. So for the time being, we're going to stay in St. Louis, continue to save money, but, like, I'll still be around. And, but we are talking about it. Rafe and I are talking about moving there. But I'd like to buy a house or something when we move there. So I'm trying to, like, save up money and wait for this fucking dip in the market. Because, listen, my mommy is a loan officer and my dad's a real estate agent.
Whoa.
So they can predict the market at a level that some of us just can't.
Unprecedented?
Unprecedented market.
Is there going to be a
readers.
recession?
No, but I think, like, this bubble of, there might be.
Is it a seller's market or a buyer's market?
Here's the shitty part. It's none. No,
Really?
it's a seller's market right now for sure.
Well, that's good. I'll get rid of my home.
Yeah. But yeah, we want to buy a house and we're talking about it. And I think that Nashville would be a good place to move, especially for all of us. And that way we could kind of move a little bit outside of the city and, like, get some property and have, you know, like, just some fucking, a little bit of land or something. Even if we're 40 minutes outside of the city, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Right. Right.
So
It's
that's
pretty centralized too.
yeah. I mean, and especially 4 hours from St. Louis right now, that's fucking nothing. We'll be just fine. So the plan is probably, yes, we will move there, but we also just have to see what happens with not only my career, but his too. So we got to work all that stuff out. Oh, okay.
If that answered your question, press yes.
These are just nice comments. Love Slop City podcast. You and Libby are hilarious. You make me laugh every week. Ranch. Becky and I were in the gas station yesterday, or we were at Jimmy John's, and I was like, "Can I get a side of ranch?" And Becky goes, "Ranch!" And then I screamed, "Ranch!" And the counter worker looked at us like we were fucking psycho. She wanted to laugh, but she was also kind of like, "What the fuck's going on
She
here?"
wanted to yell ranch.
Yeah. Someone asked me, "You still rocking out back and front walkovers?" And the person who asked me is a girl that I danced with. She's
Yeah, I
a
don't
fan
even
of
know what
Slop
that
City and all that.
Is it a dance move?
No, a front and back walkover is like, you know, like it's not, picture not a back handspring, but basically you put one foot in front of you and you go back and you do whatever. Even just doing that just now hurt me.
But if I
That was
did
my
that,
friend Jordan.
I'd do that in a dance recital. I'd
Yeah.
add that in there somehow.
Some people do that. And the unfortunate part is that I can still do the split. So what would be really cool is if I could do a back walkover and do a split.
Oh,
My back, no. I mean,
unprecedented.
absolutely not. Not rocking back and front walkovers. Jordan, if you're watching, let me know if you're still rocking back and front walkovers, because I'll be fucking impressed. But yeah, I do the splits at the beginning of every show. It's the stupidest thing in the world, but
And the funniest thing.
also the funniest.
Like, who does that? Who does the splits?
It's so dumb, and I'm sure there are people who watch me do it and are like, "What the fuck's she doing?" But that's why it's funny.
That's why it's funny.
And because Libby made that joke about me constantly having a ripped asshole. Libby got on stage after me one time and was like, "Well, her fucking asshole's ripped all the time because of the fucking splits." Okay. Someone asked, when's the next tour start?
I've heard Chelsea say January.
Yeah, I've heard December. I've heard January. I mean, we don't know. We don't really get a lot of access to Chelsea. Her security is really tight. So we don't really.
They won't even let her come out here and sit in this chair.
No, we actually had to call her manager. Well, she's inside, but like we had to call her manager to ask him if she could come out.
And I guess the answer was no, because she's not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that.
Just move on.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Shia LaBeouf is down to fuck, but your puss smells like old ass cocktail onions. Do you still do it?
No.
You wouldn't?
I'm not going to have him remember me smelling like cocktail onions.
I mean, here's my question. Do I have the option to, like, do something? You know what I mean? Can I get, like, a water bottle? Like, this amount of water, I could clean it up a little bit. If I have that option, great. But I guess this is more just saying.
This is saying you have to take it as is.
Yeah, I just suck that dick so well that.
So well.
Yeah, dude, I'd just get an A+ in dick sucking, so it'd honestly be amazing.
Well, no, I wouldn't. Sorry.
She's out on that.
I'm out.
There's nothing worse than like someone coming down to like munch on your box and they smell like. I mean, there's been a couple times that Rafe's been like, "Whoa, that's ripe." When someone refers to your pussy as ripe,
Oh,
it ain't good.
It's
It's embarrassing. That's when you get up and you say, "Give me a moment," and you go do a quick wipe with something.
not even a wipe. I do a full spray on
Yeah,
with the shower sprayer.
yeah. Get the shower sprayer and get in there. What's the first thing y'all are doing when the tour's over and you finally get back home?
Crying. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sad. It'll be kind of weird.
It'll be sad for the first week.
Yeah. Probably pet my dogs, sleep in a lot, clean my house, because that weirdly makes me feel less chaotic. And I'll probably try to get organized and all that, get back in the swing of things. Because my plan is, and someone asked about like, oh, are you going back to your job or whatever when you get back? My plan is to just pick up shifts. You know, I'm not going to be on the schedule, and I'm going to take it week by week and do it like that. Try to work on my off.
There's gonna be 12 of them because it's 12 o'clock.
12 what?
12 ding dongs.
Oh, okay.
I
Did you
thought that's
know-
why you stopped.
No, I said because I'm going to try to work on my off.
I just heard dong, and I'm like, oh god, it's 12. There's gonna be 12 of them. The next time it comes around, though, it's only gonna be one dong. Uh-oh.
Whoa. The fact that you're getting jiggy with it to a church bell is incredible.
I can't stop touching it.
You gotta stop, bro. But yeah, my plan is to when I get back home, I'm definitely gonna go to the river for a few days with my best friend Sophia. And even if it's just one day, whatever, I'm doing that because I'm a big river guy, big outdoorsman.
Big river guy.
So I want to swim into caves and see tadpoles and stuff like that. And then, I'm just going to pick up shifts here and there. And hopefully in the next year or whatever, I can officially be done bartending. But my plan is not to go back on the schedule, strictly pick up shifts and try to work on other things and get going. And I think that's a good plan because I was spending too much time there.
I'm gonna pack. That's probably what I'm gonna start doing. Packing for moving, cleaning, and renting a dumpster to throw almost everything away.
Yeah. God, I need someone to come clean out my fucking basement.
Ugh.
It's so gross. It's like a gross St. Louis South City basement, man.
It smells mildewy.
Oh,
cold.
God.
I like that smell, though. I like basement smells.
Someone wrote, when the fuck are you guys going to talk about y'all's sex life? We kind of do. We talk about fucking all the time.
What?
We had an actual red table chat with Libby at one point to talk about her sex life. She's talking about it constantly. She's getting fucked right now.
Who is it?
Someone's fucking her right now.
Who said that? I want to see who said that. What does that word mean after that?
I don't know.
Well,
yeah, I feel like we talk about it all the time.
I fuck when I can.
Sure, me too.
And that's about it.
Pretty simple. We fuck. There is fucking going on. And we own Satisfier Pro 2. So.
And I like doing it in all holes. Butt, pussy, mouth.
Yeah. I just can't. It's like doing anal is too much of a risk for me because of my constant ripping.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
I wouldn't if I were you.
No, it's too risky.
Love sex. Love having sex.
Is Donald number 2 still alive? As far as I know.
Oh God! If he passes away before I meet him, I need him to stay.
Someone
alive.
wrote Trump 2024.
Cool.
Thanks for your input. Moving on. All right, let's make this probably the last one.
Alrighty.
What's the nastiest thing one of y'all did on tour? What's the nastiest thing that I did on tour?
Damn, I don't know. The nastiest thing I did was the one day we were at Whole Foods and I was kind of trying to get out of the truck and kind of strained a little bit, and a little bit of poop came out.
And I shit my pants a couple of days before. Remember? Weren't we like
Yeah.
walking out of somewhere?
And I had to throw my underwear away in Whole Foods. That's probably the grossest thing I've done.
Yeah, I threw mine away in the hotel. I think that's definitely the nastiest thing that I did.
And also, this cold sore is the nastiest thing I've had done. It's not my fault, but
Ooh, let's do. Okay, I got 2 last ones, and then we're done. And we thank you for all of your questions. Someone wrote, I'm new, about 20 episodes in. Could you let me in on how the ranch thing got started?
Oh, Lord, Barbara.
Well, you could just go to the Best of Slop City episode that Randy compiled. It's like Best of Slop City Volume 1 or whatever. And that'll kind of give you the origin story. But basically, I don't even know how we look this fucking guy up. This guy named Tony Alamo is a disgraced pastor, I guess, of a mega church and all that. And this motherfucker was rolling in money. He looked like he was he looked like he was a dude that had like just a little bit of money in his town in Texas and was riding around in the finest suits, like fucking bitches, getting money. And,
went to prison. Ended up going to prison.
yeah, there were a lot of fucked up things he did.
Keeping his dead wife in the living room for a while.
Yeah, a lot of alarming things. But there was a photo of him outside of a prison wearing sunglasses.
With his hands like this in handcuffs.
Yep, and there were like all these guards behind him, and his mouth is like this.
And then,
yeah, a lot of like. So we saw that mouth open as an opportunity to improvise. Like at first, it started off with just old man sounds. That's what it was. Libby was like, "Oh my god, dude, he looks like he's just like, oh." And so we did that for probably 10 solid minutes, crying, laughing. And then then the scene went to us imagining what it was like for him in prison,
right,
when he was talking to people, because he's clearly so elderly. You have to be that elderly to have your mouth agape, you know. Sometimes I look into the sun and I'll be like, it's like I can't do it without thinking of Tony Alamo every time. If there's ever a time where my mouth is open, I think of an elderly man, specifically Tony Alamo. We did have a woman in one show. Remember that lady? There was this very old woman in the audience at one of our shows on tour. I'm not fucking kidding you guys. She was sitting in the audience like this
the whole time. And I was like, is she okay?
We all saw her. We're like, her mouth was agape. That's the adjective we use to describe it. But yeah.
So then we were improvising about what he would eat in prison and stuff. And
well, we were doing, it was like, oh, who's there? Ranch. And then I randomly just said ranch. I randomly was like, ranch. And then it just fucking went off.
Ranch!
Yeah, and then that was it. And then what made it even better is one of our OG fans, her boyfriend at the time took a video of her. She got so fucking high. And for some people, when they get really, really, really high, they will it can be scary. And that can be just on weed. But she was very fucked up, laying in her bed, talking to herself, rolling around. And I don't know if it was to calm herself or what. Maybe to like do something that she knew. And she's laying in the bed and she's like, oh, Slop City podcast. Ranch. I mean, screaming
going
it.
crazy.
Oh, losing her goddamn mind. So that's the ranch scream in the beginning of the episode. The intro that Randy made up.
Natalie.
Ranch. Oh god, that was one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen in my life.
I mean, she was endorsing our podcast while literally fearing for her own life.
She was like, Slop City podcast, so like and subscribe or something. She literally said like and subscribe or subscribe. I can't remember exactly what she said. But I mean, it was like an ad almost. But the ranch seemed guttural. It didn't even seem like it came from her brain. It feels like it came from like her body. It was like a way of like ridding herself of demons.
Right. Definitely. And
so, yeah, you got to watch those episodes. It's like maybe a Tony Alamo or a ranch episode. I can't remember what it is. But it's a couple years old, right? At least 2 years.
Yeah, but it's probably my favorite.
Hands down, one of the funniest things that's ever had.
Who's there?
That's kind of what the guy that was out here looked like. He looked at me like,
He was just doing busy work, trying to see what was going on.
Oh yeah, he's probably
It's
like,
like,
what the fuck are these
Let me
ladies
empty
doing?
this trash basin into this other trash basin.
Ridiculous.
It's like, just go like this, sir. Instead of
It's really fucking
looking
simple.
over here.
Real simple. All right, brothers. Well, I think that's gonna be it for us
'cause
today.
I gotta go pee pee.
We love you. Thanks for listening to Slop City Podcast.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next time for more Slop City.
Cut! And cut! How do you turn that damn thing off, Tina?
Here's Tony Alamo.
Turn it off, Tina! How do you turn it off? Turn it off!